Hey everybody, I'm Suzanne and I'm here to talk to you about my upcoming 3-day wildlife painting workshop called Birds and Botanicals. And in this workshop, it's October 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday coming right up here in just like a month or two. I've already got probably about 9 people signed up, and I'd like to go ahead and fill this class out. And it's I limit it to 15 folks, so there's still time. You can jump on. I've got several spots left, and I'd love to have you. In Birds and Botanicals, this 3-day wildlife painting workshop, October 7th, 8th, and 9th, we're going to be painting these 2 pieces. We're going to be painting the Indigo Bunting with the tiger lilies and the male Goldfinch with thistle. And they're bright and they're colorful and they're fun. And in my last workshop, I always do a survey at the end, and I want to know from folks that have attended my workshop what they liked, what they didn't like, perhaps how we can improve, what they would like for the next workshop. And by far the majority of the folks wanted a smaller, more manageable size painting to do, since we always do 2. And so we went from, I guess we were going from like a 20 by 20 or an 18 by 18 to a 9 by 12. And since we're putting in both flowers and birds in this particular workshop, I wanted to give you as much as I could to do some fun stuff like this. And you have seen these pieces being created on the YouTube channel, but we're going to do them in the workshop. And know, folks, that I always give away the 2 demos that I paint. So the way the workshops work is, of course, we paint for 3 days and we paint for like 8 hours a day, and it's really intense, but oh my gosh, you will learn so much. You will see that you get to walk around, you can talk to other people, you can come up and watch me paint, and I always go around and give everybody individual time and make sure everybody's up to speed and I don't leave anybody behind. So yeah, consider coming out for this workshop. It's in a wonderful facility here in Kingsport, Tennessee. It's probably one of the best working facilities that I've ever had for a workshop, and I've taught workshops in lots of different places. And this is a well-lit, very comfortable, it's got its own bathroom, because bathrooms are important, but we've got a really close bathroom. We have an elevator to help us schlep all our stuff up there, and then we lock it at night, so your belongings are safe here at the facility. And it's right, it's in the known as the Carver's Studio in downtown Kingsport, where our Kingsport Carousel is, and it's a great space. It's probably undoubtedly one of the best spaces I've ever had a workshop, and I will continue having workshops here in Kingsport, Tennessee as long as they will let me, because it's awesome. And because I'm having it in Kingsport, Tennessee, I have less travel expense. I have less, eating out expense, travel expense, lodging expense, and because it's cheaper for me, I can make it cheaper for you. So all the details for the workshop is left in the description of this video, and you can also go to my website and check it out there. And I will be partnering with Engage Kingsport, and so you'll be able to buy tickets online for this event as well. So as soon as I have the details for that, I'll pass it along. I'll keep shouting on the rooftops until I get this workshop filled, and I'm hoping to have it completely filled. And it's coming right up.
And as with all my paintings, I will be calling out the colors as I move along in the actual workshop. And I will also provide you with the photo references that I use to do both paintings. And as you've heard me say before, photo references are simply that, they're references. So you can tell just the little glimpse of this Indigo Bunting reference that you see on the side. There's no tiger lilies. So I will use several different references often, and I will provide those references to my painters that are attending the workshop. And you'll also get a copy of the actual painting, so that you'll want to, if you feel like you would rather do a traceable, perhaps you're maybe not really confident with your drawing skills and feel like you'd rather do a little bit of a traceable, that's what the photo reference of my painting will give you. And you can actually just use that to trace on your substrate the actual drawing. And I will go over the palette and everything. When you see the finished piece, I'll explain how I mix the colors. All that's going to happen in this 3-day wildlife painting workshop. That is October 7th, 8th, and 9th here in Kingsport, Tennessee. And here's another glimpse of both the pieces again. And what a fun place to work. And I really enjoy getting to know everybody that's in the workshop. Also know that we're getting more new equipment. So we'll be able to even do a better live stream and a better, just a workshop all around with new equipment that will be provided. Yes, and so you'll get to see, this is the brush that I use to do my blending in the background, and you'll get to see how I did the gradation of the sky in the Goldfinch piece, and you'll get to do that too, and understanding how in what order I do the blocking in. So I'm obviously putting down some of the lighter colors here because I didn't want them to blend in with anything that was dark. I wanted to really emphasize. So you'll get to do all of that in this workshop. And it's fun because, you can always call out your questions when it's happening. You don't have to wait. My son also helps me with all the workshops. He's kind of my IT guy. He does all of that stuff for me. And we will actually have, this time, a microphone available in the crowd. So you painters will also be able to ask questions, and I'll hear you, and everybody on the live stream will also be able to hear you, so that everybody can learn together. And I want everybody to be able to speak up and ask questions when you need to. That's why we're here to learn, right? This is how it works. So yeah, you've all seen these videos, but it's a different scene when you get to see it in real life. And it won't happen quite this fast, right? But we'll be doing it step by step. All of us will be together. I never leave anybody behind. And I just keep, I give everybody individual attention throughout the workshop. So you will feel very confident by the time you're done that you have mastered the songbird and flower. That is my goal. I want you to feel good about everything you're doing on these pieces. you will also get to see the amazing little paint scraper. If you're not familiar with a paint scraper, you will get to use one for this workshop. They are wonderful, especially if you're kind of painting a la prima, as basically a 3-day wildlife painting workshop kind of is, in that the paint's always going to be wet. It's never going to be completely dry. And so the paint scraper becomes something that you will really, really like. And again, the description for all the materials used will be in this video's description. So you'll be able to find out a lot about the materials that we need. And when you sign up for the class, for this workshop, we will also be in communication via emails, and I'll actually be doing a pre-workshop live stream for only my students that are signed up for this workshop, so that we can all be on the same page, talk about the materials list, etc. I like getting to know everybody before the actual workshop. It gives me an opportunity to get to know your names, know a little bit about you, and I enjoy that part. That's what doing workshops is fun for me. I love getting to know everybody, and I have to say, I am so incredibly blessed to get to know so many amazing artists that attend my workshops. They come from everywhere. I've had them coming from Mississippi. I've had them coming from Hawaii. I've had them coming from Florida, the Carolinas, etc. Maryland. They all come from everywhere to take these workshops, and we get to make lifelong friends. And as you can see, this workshop venue is awesome. I've been blessed in that I've gotten to teach a lot of workshops in a lot of different places, but I gotta say, this is one of my favorite workshop venues, not just because it's my own hometown, but because look at this space. It's well lit. We took down the overhead lights intentionally so we can see the projection a little bit better, but everybody seemed to have enough light and was comfortable with this particular situation. But I will tell people that if you want to bring an extra light, you can see that I'm working under extra light, but if you would like to bring an overhead light or some kind of extra light while you're working, that's fine. We'll try to make sure that you have access to a plug. But if that's, I do recommend that you have a battery operated lighting system if you do bring an extra lighting system. Also, too, you will need to have your own tabletop easel. That is one thing that you also have to bring. We have the tables and chairs will be provided. And you can see in other workshops that I've taught, our equipment's getting better and better as we go. And again, I always give away my pieces.
And in this workshop, we're going to go over a lot of stuff. I will go over what materials we're going to be using, what brushes, the type of substrate we're going to use. And in this case, we're going to go with the extra smooth masonite panels. I will go over the actual color mixing, which paints, what's your palette, and color theory. I will cover a whole lot of stuff, and we will make it fun. We're going to have us a good time. Know that also I always give my pieces away. So 2 lucky artists will get to go home with an original piece of mine. I will be demoing along, doing these pieces for you and for you to watch, and then you'll get to actually take one home. So that's kind of I'm hoping is one of those things that pushes people to want to take the workshop, because you'll get to go home with a piece like this. Know that on Friday, the first night that we're painting, everybody's going to be exhausted. I promise you. You will be tired, but can't be so tired because we get together for a little party here in my studio. And I want, because a lot of folks have watched and seen this place on my YouTube channel or on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. But it's kind of fun to bring everybody here, and we kind of just hang out, relax, let our hair down a little bit, have a little adult beverages perhaps, and some snacks and all that good stuff. So we get together after just to discuss and have fun, and know that we have a great time. I feel blessed because I feel like I get to know so many great people and develop new relationships and friendships through these workshops, and you will too. I think what's wonderful So I love to see when other artists come by and say, hey, you know what? I didn't bring my Payne's Gray paint. No problem. I got you. And they just, everybody helps everybody out. Or, hey, how did you get to this part? Oh, let me show you. I love, love, love when my students help each other. And it happens. Even though I'm right there, they can ask me and I'm right there to help them. But I love when each other, everybody kind of depends on each other. And I love to see that. It's I think a lot of the people that attend develop these relationships with the attendees as well, and they become lifelong friends. So yeah, come join us October 7th, 8th, and 9th for this 3-day wildlife painting workshop, Birds and Botanicals. And know that Kingsport, Tennessee has a lot of great lodging to offer and lots of fun restaurants to eat and all kinds of good stuff. So be sure to come out and join us, and we will have us a big time. So folks, come out and join me for this 3-day wildlife painting workshop, October 7th, 8th, and 9th. That's coming right up. It's like a month away, a little bit more than a month away. And know that we have a great, great time. And you'll learn so much. And what else can I say? It's fun. And we'll paint. All right, I hope you join us, and I'll see you soon. Bye.